welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome back. This will be my big happy planner plan with me for the week of Monday, December 3rd through Sunday, December 9th. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using any stickers in this or any more, and I'll explain that in a minute, but if I do, it'll probably be from this Colorful Boxes sticker book. Now what I've already done is I've already used my white jelly roll pen, and this is an 0.8, so it's quite a thick nib to white out some of the lines because I have been turning my vertical layout into a dashboard layout via the Supermom layout planner thing. So that's how I do it. I use this to white out some of the black lines. I mean, it doesn't totally disappear, but it does disappear enough for my purposes. So on this side, I am tracking my social media. For Facebook and Instagram. I am tracking for both of my Etsy shops, and then I'm also tracking YouTube. And then here, as I did in the last week of November, I plan to put a mood tracker in this section, and then in this section here, this will be for the days of the upcoming week. And as I explained in my monthly overview video, that will be, I'm pretty sure, posting before this one. I work during the day, so I don't need as much space during the work week, and then Saturday and Sunday I give more space because I can get more done for my shops. This planner is primarily for my business and my social media, and those are my two businesses as mentioned, but more and more, because I do come to this every day to work on, I'm turning this into a business, social media, and overall just journal for myself, because I do like doing quite a bit of journaling in here, and sometimes the journaling is based on the business itself, sometimes it's based on some of the social media, or sometimes it's just based on how I'm feeling for that day. I do have a mini happy planner that I take on the go with me, but I end my day with this planner, so it's a natural transition for me to write things that have affected me during the day, since all of these things are intertwined. I may change it and leave it just super business and social media in the future, but I kind of like the juxtaposition and the usefulness that this has been for me. So again, I've white out to the lines that are in the vertical layout. This measures 2 5/8 from this side and this side. This box is actually a little bit short, but again, for my purposes, that's fine. I can't get an exact measurement to split into 3, but this worked out the best for me. And then this is just the line that is already in the planner. For this month, to coordinate with the kind of rosy pink here, this is the washi that I did to cover the dates, because again, in the vertical layout, the dates are at the top here. And then I did already stick down a few stickers just to cover up here, and then to track my Pinterest. For Pinterest, I've been really not uploading pins, and that's something I really do want to get on top of, but when my days get busy, because either my days at work get super busy and by the time I get home I'm just exhausted and I don't want to do much, or my days at work aren't that busy and by the time I get home I'm focusing on creating content for my shops. When I have to pick and choose activities, this is one of the last things that happen. So I do want to try to push to make that more so. And as I mentioned, the only sticker book that I might be using other than putting these quotes down, which came from the Gold Star quote book, is the Colorful Box sticker book, because I'm actually going to try to decorate via pen. I like to challenge myself on how to use this. One, because it just makes it interesting for me when I'm doing these videos, but two, I like to be creative and trying to push the boundaries on myself on that creativity just makes it interesting for me. And if it's something that's interesting for you, definitely let me know in the comments below. I thought I would use and try to work around the rings, but I'm thinking that's going to be tedious. So let me just take these out. And place them here. And last week I really enjoyed the setup for my YouTube where I used a stencil, and I had this stencil in my stash. I did bullet journaling previous to doing happy planning, and so I actually had this in my bullet journal setup journal thing. But I also have purchased these because when I do my traveler's notebooks, I like to include a stencil with the notebook. Oh, okay. It was skipping because there's stickers on the back of this, and I didn't know why that was happening. And as I mentioned in my monthly overview setup, originally when I was doing the YouTube portion of this, I would devote one full box for it because I film, I edit, and then I upload. But that became tedious for me because I don't do a lot of filming ahead of time. And that might be something I do, but as of right now, I don't have the time to do that. So it doesn't make sense to write that I'm going to film a weekly plan with me in my big happy planner, and then write that again that I've edited a big happy planner film with me. And I mean, to me, it just makes more sense to write the description of the actual video and then check off the box once it's happened. And I didn't get to film everything I had put in my last week of November's weekly plan, so I will migrate some of those forward, just like you would in a bullet journal, just so that I don't forget. Because I don't have a master list, I just sort of keep running lists and migrate forward what I haven't completed. And if you're not familiar with a bullet journal, Ryder Carroll actually developed this system where you don't take your traditional planning system like this. So this, for some people, it's the only way they can plan, where you have your monthly overview and then a weekly overview, and there are even some planners that have daily and hourly overviews, and some people need that to track the functions that they do. The reason it took me so long to jump on Happy Planner or just planning like this in general is because this can be very confining for me, because I don't have a lot of specific tasks that I do on specific days. I don't have a lot of appointments that I do on specific days. My days are very fluid, even at work. I could be working on this task today, and then a student comes in and I need to focus on that, and then I have to do this task by another day. So I don't write things down because I have a broad understanding of what I need to do, and I just need to get it done because there's no due dates. For this as well, for my shops, I don't say I'm going to do this on this day, because I never know how I'm going to feel, whether I'm exhausted from my full-time day job or if I'm not feeling well. I mean, I don't want to pigeonhole myself into this. I don't track anything for anyone else, so it's not like, I'm not married, I don't have children, so I'm not planning or tracking anyone else's day. So for me, this functionality may not be the same as what you use your planner for. And that's why I really enjoyed doing a bullet journal, or attempted to do a bullet journal, because it is much more flexible. You're not pigeonholed into days. You basically create spreads based on your own needs. Now, the downside of that is you're creating every single spread. Basically, you just get a blank notebook and you go from there. And while that does allow you to make it exactly what you need, track exactly what you need, it can be tedious. So I really enjoy that I'm able to convert this, my happy planner, into something that speaks to me more than just a happy planner. Now, while this is still a bit of work, it is definitely to me a lot less work than having to draw in the weeks or the month fresh every single week and month. And let me know in the comments below your feelings on this. Now, I did in the beginning of this year, and I still have it, but at work I had a coil bound. It wasn't an Erin Condren, it was just one of those cheapy planners that you can get from Walmart, which is one of my favorite stores because it's just accessible to me. But it was coil bound, and I did not like the fact that I could not take things in and out of it. That's what I truly enjoy about this. And even the bullet journal, having to create all of your spreads aside, you also, I mean, once it's in, it's in. This one, worst case scenario, if I did a layout that I didn't like, either I could just skip it altogether, or I could take it out and put something in or cover it. I mean, the options, because it is removable, to me is just much more than most of your other planners. I am interested in Erin Condren just because I'm not a huge fan of the colorful layout. I love color, but I don't like to be pigeonholed into a color that I didn't choose, and certainly not for 4 or 5 weeks at a time. Because with my happy planners, what I've noticed is I work around the colors in the planner versus plan around the colors that I want. With the Erin Condren, from what I've seen on YouTube, there's just a lot more options available by way of neutral. There's not a lot of neutral planners that I'm aware of with Happy Planner, and there's certainly not a lot of options that I have access to, because I either get my happy planning material on Amazon.com, Walmart.com, or very rarely can I get something at Walmart in the store in Hawaii. So that's my just real general, and my Facebook and my Instagram, and then this is going to be my mood tracker. And I know I should do this in pencil first, but I don't want to. So I'm hoping this comes out the way that I want to. And as I mentioned in my monthly December plan with me that will be loading, oh, that's wrong. Anyway, that will be loading before this, I liked having the tracker. I liked coming back to it on a daily basis, and I was just tracking my day, so it wasn't tracking my mood about my business specifically as much as it was tracking just my mood in general. And I did like it. However, when I was doing it on a monthly, sorry, I can't talk and do stuff at the same time, so I'll try to get through this as best as I can. If it's just a train wreck, then I might just do a voiceover. But what I'm trying to say is I didn't have enough boxes, or I didn't have enough colors to denote how I was actually feeling. So I had initially 5 different colors, and I added a 6th to denote the different emotions that I was, or moods I was having. And I felt actually quite confined by that, because like right now I'm feeling a bit scattered but productive. Earlier in the day I was just feeling kind of meh. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to do this because you, as a person, you can go through so many different emotions, and I don't know if that in of itself will cause frustration or anxiety, but I also don't want to put that I'm bored when I'm really not, but that's the closest thing to what I'm feeling. I don't know. This is the second week I've done a mood tracker, so maybe I just need to cut myself a little bit of slack and then just go with the flow. And what I did last week, and I didn't explain it, but I did put a line underneath every one of my Happy Planner pages. That's what I had created for last week. This week, obviously, I'm doing coffee cups, and it's more so because I've practiced how to draw this, because I am not a great drawer. And every week in and of itself, this is both causing anxiety, a little bit of anyway, but it's also, it's fun. I'm not gonna lie. I like seeing it's working out so far, and so that's why I'm happy with it. If it was just a holy train wreck, I'd have to cover it up, and that would bother me. But right now, it's working. It is not perfection, clearly, but I'm going to be happy to come back to this on a daily basis and look at it. Regardless of what my mood is for that day, I will be happy that I created something that I did myself. And I'm not planning on never using sticker books again, but more and more I might go this route, because I have maybe 15, maybe 20, I don't know, I haven't counted yet, sticker books. And I love them. I love how pretty they are. And certainly for my mini, I like using the floral. And for my 52 by 20 challenge, I love using stickers in that. It does make it more cohesive. But I don't know about you, but when I'm flipping through, I kind of have an idea of what I want to do, and yet I never seem to be able to find it quickly. Or it's not exactly the right color, or you're going to see it on spread after spread after spread in Instagram and YouTube, and I love that. I love that we're utilizing the same material in different ways, and then I don't like that. So I don't know. This whole Happy Planner journey has been a very interesting one for me, because it has made me more introspective, and I'm already very introspective already, but it's just making me think of what it is that I want, or what I want to see, or that I want to do. So that's cute, I think. And for the boxes, last week I put a little box here, and I don't know that I'm going to do that this week, although what I did want to do is I do want to do a week in review, and that's just for myself. And I don't know if that's going to be a week in review based on production, if that's a week in review based on how I'm feeling, I don't know. But I like having this right smack dab in the middle of Saturday and Sunday, because again, this is when I come back and finish out the week, but I also start planning what I'm going to do for the following week. And this isn't very Christmassy, obviously, although the washi that I used, I think, can lend itself to Christmas. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a lot of Christmassy themes, maybe just the week of Christmas. And we'll see. Although my monthly overview for this was very Christmassy. And I like it, don't get me wrong. forgot to track or put what I'm going to be tracking. Now, if I need to, I can add one more over here. And you don't even know how upsetting it was for me when I realized I spelled this wrong on my last one, because the last one I spelled it with an A. And of course I immortalized it on Instagram for everyone to see, because, you know, it's real life, so you don't always spell the things as they should be. Now, if I pre-planned this, I probably would not have done the gray. But I'm also very much, well, I'm committed to this now, so while I may not love it, we're just gonna roll with it. So I'm hoping this is in frame. I forgot to mark out where my bottom line was, but I'm hoping you can see this. So this is my weekly plan with me for Monday the 3rd through Sunday the 9th. I'm really hoping these dates are correct. Oh, yeah, okay. So yeah, there's a calendar right there. So yeah, I'm good. And it's both busy and plain at the same time, and I'm kind of digging it. I'm digging it right now. There will be more color here, and I'll have to figure out the colors here. And then my plan for this is on a daily basis, I will write down what I post to Instagram and Facebook and various Facebook groups, because I do post every day at least once, and usually, or every day once it's a motivational or inspirational or thought of the day, and then sometimes I also post things from my shops. Here I'll put things either to do for my shops or that I have done, and then here I will break it down even further, because before work and during my lunch I do work on stuff on my phone for my shop, so I'll denote that here, and then either above or below I'll put thoughts of the day or whatever, and that's how I'm denoting all of these different things. I'm not sure what I'll put here, but again, this is a work in progress for me, so every day I come back to this and fill things in as I need to. I'm thinking it came out okay. I'm pretty sure I spelled everything correctly. I'm liking the color scheme. The reds and the pinks seem to go well together. So yeah, this is my spread for this week. As always, thank you for following me on this journey. It's only the second month, maybe the 7th week that I've been doing this, and it's still a work in progress, and I'm okay with that. There is a lot of rambling, and sometimes it's a bit disjointed, and when I do the editing, I'm like, oh, my goodness, you don't sound like you're trying to convey, but I am working on it. So again, guys, have a great day, evening, or whatever, and as always, aloha.